While the Western world is waiting for the next incremental iPhone update, something massive just happened in the East. A device so thin, it shouldn't physically be able to hold a battery. A screen so wide, it makes the Galaxy Z Fold look like a remote control. This is the Huawei Pura X Max. It launched this April, and it's not just a phone, it's a declaration of war on the traditional smartphone form factor. With a staggering 71.8% of the foldable market in China already in their pocket, Huawei is now doing what Apple and Samsung have been hesitant to do. They've built a wide foldable that actually replaces your tablet. Today, we're diving into the Kirin 9030 Pro Silicon, the wide fold revolution, and why this $1,600 beast is the most important piece of tech in 2026, even if you can't officially buy it in the US. Let's talk about the Max in the name. Last year's Pura X had a modest 6.3-inch screen. But the Pura X Max? It's jumped to a massive 7.7-inch LTPO 2.0 OLED main display. But here's the kicker, the aspect ratio. Most foldables are tall and narrow. The Pura X Max uses a 14.1 to 10 ratio. It feels like holding a piece of A5 paper or an iPad mini. When you open this, you aren't just looking at a bigger phone, you're looking at a professional workstation. And the outer screen? No more cover screen compromises. It's now 5.4 inches, up from a tiny 3.5 inches. You can actually use this phone without ever unfolding it. Oh, and did I mention it hits 3,500 nits of peak brightness? Your eyes will thank you, even under the direct Texas sun. Now, how do you fit a 7.7-inch screen into something that's only 5.2 millimeters thin when unfolded? To put that in perspective, that's one of the thinnest devices on the planet. Huawei is using aviation-grade aluminum and their second-gen Kunlun glass to keep this thing from snapping like a twig. But the real secret? The battery. They've moved to silicon-carbon technology. This allows for a 5,300 mAh capacity, which is a huge upgrade from the previous 4,720 mAh, without adding any bulk. They even managed to get an IP58/IP59 rating. That means it's not just water-resistant, it can survive high-pressure hot water jets. Samsung, your move. Under the hood is the Kirin 9030 Pro. In a world of trade bans, Huawei is forced to innovate in-house, and the results are surprising. We're looking at a 25% boost in CPU and a 40% jump in GPU performance over the Kirin 9020. But the real MVP is the NPU. It's 70% faster, specifically designed to run AI features inside HarmonyOS 6.1. We're talking about AI eye tracking, scroll your books just by looking at the screen, and an AI companion that can dig through your messages to find your flight tickets for you. To keep this 5.2mm chassis from melting, they packed in a massive VC graphene cooling system. No thermal throttling here, even during heavy 4K video editing. Foldables usually have cameras. The Pura X Max has an insane camera. The 50MP main sensor features a physical variable aperture from f/1.4 to f/4.0. Think about that. You can get real, optical bokeh for portraits, then stop it down for razor-sharp landscapes. And it's backed by the RYYB sensor tech, which is legendary for low-light performance. You also get a 50MP periscope telephoto with 3.5x optical zoom and a secondary red maple spectrum sensor to make sure skin tones look perfect, not processed. It's a professional kit that folds in half. Let's talk money. The Pura X Max starts at 10,999 yuan, roughly $1,613. That's a 30% price hike over last year. Why? Well, Richard Yu, Huawei's consumer BG chairman, admitted that component costs, especially RAM and NAND flash, have tripled because the AI server boom is sucking up all the supply. But here's the strategic genius: while the standard Pura 90 series fights the iPhone 17, the Pura X Max is in a league of its own. It's for the ultra-premium user. In China, it's working. Huawei and Apple are the only ones seeing positive growth right now. So, what's the verdict? The Pura X Max is a masterclass in hardware resilience. It proves that the wide foldable is the future, a tablet you can actually fit in your pocket. Samsung is rumored to answer with a wide fold Galaxy Z Fold 8 in July, and Apple. We might not see their foldable until 2027. By then, Huawei might have already moved the goalposts again. The Pura X Max ISN and Oppo's just a phone for 2026. It's a glimpse at the post-smartphone era. But what do you think? Is 5.2mm too thin? Is $1,600 too much for a phone without Google services? Let me know in the comments. I and Oppo's, am your host, and I and Oppo's, LL. See you in the next one.